Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. This is just a question for you guys. Do independent women subconsciously, unconsciously emasculate young boys? And what made me think of that is because I saw, on your news feed, on your timeline, I see single parents, single mothers, and this is just a conversation. I'm not bashing on women, because if you flip the coin on the other side, you can argue, do independent men, single parent men, I don't know what the term is, emasculate women? I don't know what the exact term is, but feel free to put it in the comment section. Prevent them from being a woman. I saw a son dressed like his mother, and when I saw that, it kind of, people might say it's cute, but in my eyes, I'm thinking there's nothing wrong with being a mother's boy. I'm not suggesting that, but I think there's a special element that only a man has, and if a woman overemphasizes it, it doesn't come off as testosterone driven. It comes off as kind of soft, kind of pushy, if you guys understand what I'm saying. And I'm not saying a woman can't raise a child, a male child. I come from a single parent home, single mother parent home, and but what I'm suggesting is sometimes women need to have conversations with themselves about that independent term. I can do everything on my own. I can do this. I can do that. And quite possibly you can on a professional level. But from my experiences being a school teacher, it takes a village. And from my experience being a young parent, it takes a village, And I just had that comment. I was just thinking to myself, feel free to chime in. I would love to further this conversation, but I just wanted to get the conversation started. I know it's a family day, people going to church, family dinners tonight, but it's just something it was one of the first thoughts I saw when I saw that picture of a mother dressing like her son. And sometimes she tries to convey that male message. If a woman conveys a male message, she can't carry it for the duration of her lifetime. There's something about a man's interaction with his young boy. I see it in my son. There's something. There's just something different how men respond to testosterone. And if you don't believe me, look how a coach interacts with his athletes. There's just something different about it. There's a level of manhood respect there. In addition to being his coach, in addition to being his mentor, but there's a level, or look on the block, when you at the grassroots level, when you look how men greet men, we shake hands, we give each other dap. It's testosterone driven, we slap hands as loud, as hard as not as hard as we can, but well, in my culture, I know Latinos do it a little bit different, but we give each other daps, give a half a hug. How you doing, man? You betting on the game today? Who you got? You got the Cavs or Golden State? We don't automatically take how's the mom's doing, and stuff like that. Just the tone, the conversation style, how we phrase our every syllable is just different, And I would ask independent women, single parent mothers, have conversations with yourself. Do I need help? When should I get help? I don't know the exact answer, but I just want to get this conversation started, and maybe we can come to a solution. Anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations, family day. Have a great Sunday. And don't forget Brandon Rios fights tonight on Fox Sports 1. It's a tune-up fight, but we get to see how he looks with Ricky Funes. One thing about Ricky Funes, man, his doors is always open, and I believe he's honest. I believe him to be honest with me, you know what I mean? So I respect him. When I was shooting a movie, he kept his doors wide open for me. I can come work out anytime, but anyways, man, enjoy your day, and let's get this conversation started, because I don't have the answer. I really don't, because some may say I may be weak in some areas because I was raised by a single mother, and I may be great in some areas because I'm a single mother. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have the exact answer, but I believe there's something that a child is missing when it it comes. Because I use myself as experience. I believe if I had a father, I think I would have been a greater athlete than now, because I was born naturally talented, naturally fast, naturally great reflexes. I was born with those tools, but I believe I would have been a better athlete if I would have had a male figure taking me to go shoot every day, demanding that I do my homework. Because I would lie to my mom sometimes, you know, show her old homework papers, but I believe it's in the living room. And so I just think that there could have been something, you know, maybe it's the thunder in his voice, it's just the testosterone, respecting testosterone. But let's have this conversation. I'm really interested in you guys' comments. So maybe we'll do a part 2 to this video later on during the day, and I talk to you guys soon. Peace.